Hello everybody, I'm Christina Fuges with MoldMaking Technology Magazine, and we're here at NPE 2018. We are done, and we have things to share with you. I have my colleagues here with me, Cyndi Kustush, Senior Editor, and Barbara Schulz, our European correspondent from Germany. So we're going to talk a little bit about what we saw the past week. The biggest thing that I noticed, and I have not verified this fact yet, I am waiting for someone to verify it for me, but I believe that the number of North American tool builders exhibiting has doubled since 2015. I think I counted about 67. And what they're doing, what they're displaying, how they're collaborating on the trade show floor, things they're announcing, all revolving around collaborating is pretty amazing.
They're taking it to a whole new level. They really are. And they're really shouting it out to the crowd here, the thousands of people walking these aisles, and showing how they're innovative, how they're different, what they're doing. Like you said, collaboration seems to be the name of the game now. You know, everyone has a strength in one area, and they're pooling those strengths together to serve the customer better. And I think a record number of shops is also.
And they're excited about it.
Absolutely true.
And I think they like the fact that they've been walking the show too, because their customers are also exhibiting. So I think it's a great venue for our mold builders to get information and sell themselves. There's a lot of first timers. It's just been exciting.
There are. I've actually been surprised by how many people said this is my first rodeo at NPE, you know, and they're so overwhelmed by the size of the place, all the things to see. Every technology is covered. And you know, even though our focus is mold making, it's amazing all the other fun things that we get to experience here. When we're that tie in exactly, because it's plastics, right?
I've been overwhelmed by the size of the show as well. I mean, I've been to many European shows, German
which are always
shows,
huge.
International shows, but I haven't been to many American ones. And I thought, okay, NPE, yes, plastics is a huge industry, but I didn't expect it to be that big. It's amazing how fast technology is progressing sometimes. You know, you have Industry 4.0, you know, it's a German term. We invented it.
Oh,
not
I
the
did
Swiss.
not know that.
The Germans did. Anyway, so it's just a term, but how far we've gotten to actually collect data from the machines, to connect robots,
and from the molds.
Developing standards, anything, putting sensors inside the molds, to connect everything and get the data and preventive maintenance and know when things are going to happen, or know before they happen, so you can actually take action. And I thought there was heaps to see.
And it's all about efficiency, right? Mold builders want to find ways to compete globally, because we're in a global setting. No matter how you slice it, you've got a lot of competition, and so they're finding ways through these new technologies to, you know, build that mold faster, build it better, and give their customers value for the money. And you know, because molds, we know, are the upfront, you know, cost on a project, and it can be a little, you know, shocking to the customer sometimes, but when you show them the overall value, it comes together, you know.
What was amazing to me was this year, the 3D, 4D printing zone, it grew a little bit, but when I was in there talking to the companies, there were mold builders walking in there. They're more than intrigued by that technology now, and I think I don't want to say they're going to consider investing in it, but they're seeing the value of it beyond even like using it to make jigs and fixtures. So they're acknowledging this end use part, and perhaps it can open up new business opportunities for them. It could be like a separate part of their company. If you invest in this technology and you can offer something and get a different customer base.
Right.
Well, it's end-use parts, but also conformal cooling. You know, imagine you had so many machines running here, producing plastic caps every half a second or something. It's amazing. They're just popping out every second.
And you know what I heard?
And if you save them just a fraction of that cycle time by having the cool core in the mold, that actually helps to get the parts out quicker. It's just amazing. And all it needs is 3D printing.
That's it. Well, and what I heard too throughout the show is, so I'm not going to name names, but some of the machine tool builders that have those additive machines are saying that they are now being approached to make the conformal cooled inserts. There's so much interest in making them, but the best people to do it are mold builders, because the people, you can't just have a regular job shop or somebody get into it, so they're looking for tool builders who have the expertise to make these inserts. So I know a number of mold builders who are starting to get into them. Buying the technology. One in particular, A1 Tool, is starting STS Solutions, and it's about that. It's servicing. They want to be the contract mold maker who has this expertise in making them. And what they're discovering, which I did not realize was actually happening, they will make the conformal cold inserts, and that I think it's starting to explode a little bit. The lines get clogged, and when you're over at DME, right, Millicron, they throw those away when they clog because nobody knows how to clean them. And then DME has that, what's it called? Cooling care, the cooling care unit that they figured out a way to not only clean them, but they're monitoring what's happening in the cooling line so you can prevent it from happening. I'm like, that's it, because that's the next step. People were talking, how do you clean these? No one was talking about that before. And then some tool builders are saying, well, we should take it a step further. We should be designing the inserts, design that problem out of the inserts.
Right. Or consider using surface finishes, surface coatings, like actual liquid coatings that they could put through those lines to keep the jam, material from jamming up in there. It's pretty interesting, the different solutions from different sources, depending on what you prefer, I guess, what your application is.
But I guess the main thing is that, people start thinking additive. There's no, you said, people are buying the technology, they install the machines in their workshops, but that's just a machine.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to design a part or how to make it better, or you're not even thinking about the possibility of having a completely different design, then a machine is of no use. It's just a technology, right?
Which is like any technology. We see them by software.
People start thinking
and they don't use
differently.
it.
Right.
Yep.
Well, and I want to say on other technologies, there is a company here, Cannon, Virginia.
Yeah.
Amazing. I was blown away taking a tour of their booth. They have an incredible shuttle mold technology that they're doing where you can mold two different parts at the same time while one's cooling, the other one's molding, and then it just shifts over. They're doing in-mold assembly in their booth in that same machine. They're dropping parts onto a conveyor and using their well-known vision systems, to pick parts and assemble them into puzzle pieces as a giveaway, of course, but it's just so fascinating to watch. Very fun to watch.
I can't remember the exhibitor now, but they partnered up with a French company, and it's kind of the same thing. And I think Engel was running their mold, but it was all based on indexing technology. So they were doing some pretty cool things, like 6 shots in one cycle, and these parts that are coming out, you're like, oh.
They're already assembled.
Yeah, and we're out. Another thing that we noticed, a lot of youth.
Yes. Well, today is, each day you would see groups of students coming through, and they would have people from the industry taking them along and giving them a tour and learning, and we all know about the workforce development problems, so
it helps.
Seeing the young people come through was encouraging.
Yeah, and we have a program to celebrate that youth. I ran into Ameritech, 4 guys from Ameritech. They were all one was under 20. So I don't think we're going to have a problem hitting MoldMaking's 30 under 30 program.
Yeah.
So if anybody out there has people they want to nominate,
sign up.
It's happening. We're seeing it.
Yes. Yeah. So we loved walking the miles of aisles and meeting a lot of new people.
For you guys, in case you weren't here.
That's right.
We're covering it for you.
Watch for post-show coverage in MMT.
And we'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Signing off.